Hello. Today I'm not going to take any topic in particular, but I thought of taking some extra questions from class 8, um, maybe rational numbers, or maybe some square roots, various topics, not a specific topic as such, but different topics, but the practice questions. Okay, so this is one such question from rational numbers, which says, in a school we have 6422 students. In a school there are a total of 6422 students, out of which the ratio of girls to boys is 5:8. It says, in a school of 6422 students, the ratio of girls to boys is 5:2. If 1/5 of girls and 1/8 of boys took part in something, some school camp or something, what fraction of the total strength took part in the camp? Okay, so let's try to understand and break the question into multiple parts. What all information is given to us? Number one, we are given the total number of students in the school. We are given total number of students. That is 6422. This is the total number of students given to us. What else is given? We are given the ratio between the girls and the boys. Ratio between girls is to boys is 5:8. Right? What else is given? 1/5 of the girls. Third point, we are given 1/5 of the girls took part in something. Okay, in something. 1/8 of the boys took part in something. So whenever we are given some question, our first aim should be just jot down the information that is given to us in the question. Okay. From there, we'll try to build upon step by step what exactly we are asked to do. Right? Here, total number of students given to us, ratio between the girls and the boys given to us is 5:8. And we also know some more information that 1/5 of the girls did something and 1/8 of the boys did something. We are asked to find out the fraction of the total number of the total strength that took part in the camp. Okay, so what should we do? Let's start solving. First thing, it says that 1/5 of the girls took part. Now, how many girls are there? Do I know how many girls are there? I am given the ratio between the girls and the boys, but I do not have the exact number of girls. I know the entire strength of the school, that is 6422. 6422 is the total number of students, but I do not know how many are girls, how many are boys. So my first step, step 1, find out the number of boys and the number of girls. And how would I find that? From the given ratio. Ratio says 5:8 for girls is to boys. So, step 1, when I say answer, my step 1 should be, let the number of girls be 5x. Why? The ratio is 5:8. So, if there are 5 times girls, there will be 8 times boys. Okay. Therefore, the number of boys will be 8x because of the given ratio. So this is the number of girls and this is the number of boys. Till this point we only knew the ratio between the girls and the boys. We had no idea about the exact number of girls and boys. At this point we are converting the given ratio to the number of boys and girls. So for that I am saying let the number of girls be 5x and the number of boys will then be 8x. So the total number of girls and the total number of boys in the school together make up the total number of students, which is given to us 6422. So what do? Now I combine these two facts, the number of girls and the number of boys together to add so that they add up to 6422. So we will have 5x plus 8x equal 6422 because that's the total number of students. Okay, so this is a simple equation in one variable which we just need to solve. So this is what we have. 13x equals 6422. Therefore, x will be 6422 by 13. So this comes out as 494. Therefore, number of girls we have now is 5x, which is 5 into x we just calculated as 494. 2470 is the total number of girls in the school and number of boys is as simple as that, 8x. 8x. 8 into what was x? 494. Okay, 3952. Okay, this is what we have. So, first, step 1. What did we find out? We found out number of girls and boys. This is step 1. Okay? What will be my step 2? It says 1/5 of the girls and 1/8 of the boys participated in some school camp. So now I know the number of girls and I also know the number of boys. All I need to do is just do a 1/5 of the girls and 1/8 of the number of boys, so that I can get how many students actually participated in the camp. Okay? Step 2, find number of students participating. Okay? How do I do that? What is given to us? 1/5 of the girls participated. Number of participating girls is 1/5 of the total number of girls. What is total number of girls? 2470. And 1/5 of this should be, well, we just did it here. We just multiplied it by 5. So we're going to use a quick, we won't calculate again because it's straightforward. It will be 494. Okay? And similarly, the number of participating boys will be 1/8 of the total number of boys, which we just calculated as 3952, which is again will be 494. You don't need to calculate it here because you just did the reverse calculation for getting the number of boys. So 494 girls participated in the camp, 494 boys participated in the camp. So how many total students participated in the camp? 494 plus 494. 494 girls plus 494 boys. Therefore, number of students participating equal 494 plus 494 will be 988. Okay, this is the total number of students who have participated, who have taken part in the camp. What are we asked now? We've already done two steps. We first found out the number of boys and the number of girls. And then we found out the number of boys and girls who took part in the camp. And you see, if we reached step 2, we are pretty much close to the final answer. Because finally it is asking us what fraction of the total strength took part in the camp. What fraction of the total strength? We already know the total strength, which is 6422. In order to know the fraction, we should have known the number of students who had participated, which we just found out, 988. Right? We just found out 988. So what is the required fraction? Therefore, required fraction would be the number of students who participated in the camp, which is 988, upon the total strength, which is 6422. Okay? Understood? So, this is actually the ratio. 988 by 6422. This is exactly the final answer which they want. But typically when you talk of fractions, you do not just leave it as is. You try to figure out if it is in its lowest form. Do you think it is in its lowest form? No. It's 988, a big even number, 6422, even more bigger even number. So it can always be reduced to its standard form. Standard form means lowest form. How do you convert it into lowest form? You've already done it in your previous classes. Simply divide both of them by the HCF, the highest common factor. At this point of time, I know my highest common factor is 494. Actually, I do not know. Either you can this is my guess right now, because 988 I just added up 494 twice to get 988. So I'm just kind of giving it a chance. But you can always find out at this point of time, what you need to do is find out the highest common factor by the division method. I hope you know that. In case you do not know what division method is, you can always write your comment and I'll get back to it. I'll explain you what division method is. But the point here is find out the HCF, highest common factor, so that you can use it to reduce the given fraction into the lowest form. Okay? So I know this is going to be 494. HCF is 494 here. So if I divide 494, it will come out as 2 by 13. It will come out as 2 by 13. Let's see how. 494 into 2, we just saw it will be anyway 988. But 494 into 13, let's just do it here. 494 into 13 will be 6422. Okay? So, this is the final ratio. Okay? So, we will go through it all over again. What was given to us? In fact, for solving any word problem, we should always go in the reverse direction. For example, here we were given in a school 6422 students are there. The ratio between the girls and the boys were given as 5:8. Further, we were told that 1/5 of the girls took part in some camp and 1/8 of the boys took part in something. We were asked to find out the fraction of the total strength. Fraction means a share, a part of the, what part of the total strength, that is out of 6422, actually took part in the camp. So let's do a reverse engineering. What do we need to find out? That in order to find out the fraction of the students that took part, we should actually know what is the part that actually took part in that participated in the camp. That means we have to find out the total number of students who participated or who took part in the camp. How will I find out the total number of students? By simply finding out the total number of girls and the total number of boys who participated. How do I find out the total number of girls and total number of boys who participated? From the information, two pieces of information that's given to us. Number one, ratio of the boys is to girls to boys is 5:8. So from here I know how many girls are there total? 5x. How many boys are there? 8x. Once I know the number of girls and number of boys, I can simply add it up and equate it to 6422 to calculate the value of x, from which I'll further calculate the number of boys and number of girls. So that is step 1. I find out the number of girls and the number of boys in the school. Okay. Step 2. I will have to use the next information given in the question. That is 1/5 of the girls, 1/5 of the number of girls took part in the camp. Now that I know the number of girls, I will simply have to do 1/5 of the number of girls. 1/5 into the number of girls to find out the number of girls who participated. Similarly, 1/8 of the boys who participated. So one part gives me the number of girls that took part in the camp. The other calculation will give me the number of boys who took part in the camp. Add it up and you get the total number of students who took part in the camp. That is what you have. That's what you wanted. That's where we started from. Once we get the total number of students who participated, that becomes a numerator. For getting a fraction, all you need to do is to take the part upon the total number of students. Right? I'll just quickly write through the steps again so that just a quick review. Step 1. Calculate number of girls and boys. Okay. And then step 2, calculate number of girls in the camp. From step 1 you will get the number of girls. 1/5 of those girls will be the number of girls who took part in the camp. Then calculate number of boys in the camp. Okay? How will you find the number of boys in the camp? 1/8 of the total number of boys, which you get from step 1. And here it was 1/5 of the number of girls. Again, the number of girls you had obtained from step 1. Okay? Step 3. Whatever you got in step 2, that is the number of girls and the number of boys participating in the camp, add it up. add up the step 2 results. Okay. So you have number of students who took part in the camp, taking part in the camp. ठीक है? Okay? Once you have this, you're just done. You're just there. The question is to find out the fraction. Fraction is the number of students who are participating. Okay, I'll just write. Participating students upon the total number of students, which is already given in the base question. That is 6422. And this came out as what it was, I forgot. This was 988 and at this point of time just ensure that you reduce it to the lowest form. Okay, now for reducing it to the lowest form I can just give you a quick trick. Here I had so we have 988 by 6422. Either you can go on dividing it by 2 every time, and you have multiple number of chains. First you divide by 2 4s are, 2 9s are, 2 4s are. Then you again divide this, and then again you further keep on dividing it. Okay. This kind of method, it will take a long time for you to reach to the lowest form. Instead, what you should do is to get a one-step solution. Just for example, here you have this 988 by 6422. For any kind of question where you are asked to, other than this also, where you know that you have to convert it into the lowest form, simply take the HCF of the numerator and the denominator. Take the highest common factor of numerator and the denominator. If you take the highest common factor, then you know that that is the number which is surely going to divide both numerator and denominator in one step. So you are saving time on doing multiple calculations to get towards the lowest term. The only time where you need to do the calculation is to get the HCF. Now for getting the HCF, highest common factor, you must have done the division method. I'm assuming you know that already. So the only time that goes in finding the lowest, in reducing the lowest term is in finding the HCF. Once you have that, you get the step in, you can go to the lowest term in one step. Okay. Hope this helps you. Thank you.